Good morning. Good morning. It is your girl Tanisha Shanae, and we are about to get started.
Hello. Hello. I wanted to come on and tell you about my amazing coach, Miss Tanisha Shanae, aka Miss Inspiration. She has been my coach for the past 2 months, and she has pushed me way outside my comfort zone. She has me doing things that I have not done before, being coached by her. Things that I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this. But she's like, you can do this. She encourages me, she inspires me, she motivates me, and she is just amazing.
And I have the Kindle version of your book. And like I said, I highly recommend this book. It is, and I've been, since I've been in Christ, past 12 years, I've read a lot of Christian books, but this book is, relationship wise, it is what you need. So you can get the understanding of how do I choose the right person? How do I, overcome heartache, as we talked about? How do I get in the will of God? Get that book, order it, and read it, and be sure to. She definitely is anointed to serve God in this capacity, and we thank you.
Good morning. It is your girl Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration, here with your Monday God inspired message. I hope everyone is feeling amazing. I hope you are tuned in. First thing I want you all to do is definitely hit that like button wherever you are watching. Today we are live on YouTube and both my Facebook pages. So if you are watching live, hit that like button and also press share. Someone will possibly need this message today. Today we're talking about trailblazers, okay? If you believe that you are a trailblazer, then this message is definitely for you. If you know that someone out there is a trailblazer, share them or tag this message because it is definitely possibly for them as well. I am Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration, and I like to start my Monday morning message with an affirmation card. These affirmation cards I found a couple of weeks ago at Five Below. I don't know if they still have them, but what I will say to you is that if you are looking for affirmation cards, you can definitely get some index cards and write your own affirmations and pick one every single week or day, however you desire. So our affirmation for today is going to be, and I like to just shuffle them until an affirmation pops up. Again, I hope you all are having a fantabulous day. Hope you had a great weekend because I didn't. I'm not even gonna lie. My weekend was a little crazy and hectic. I was definitely struggling. Okay. I'm just gonna pick the first one on top since nothing is popping out. And it says, I am energized by my passion. I am energized by my passion. This is today's message, okay? I am energized by my passion. And actually, I like that one because it does lead into being a trailblazer. So, not yesterday, was it yesterday? A few days ago, let me say that. A few days ago, I had posted on Facebook about what is a trailblazer. And I definitely have been hearing that word for the last, I want to say the first time that someone ever said or identified me as a trailblazer was back in 2016. I had joined this call and someone had said to me, you are a trailblazer, like you are going to be the person that's going to pave the way. So what is a trailblazer? You guys know I love to just teach. I love to make sure that we have our information. A trailblazer is the person who blazes a trail for others to follow through unsettled country or wilderness, basically the unknown. A trailblazer is a person who blazes a trail for others to follow through unsettled country or wilderness, also known as the unknown. Now, typically, a lot of people will say that, being a trailblazer is a challenge, and it is. Sometimes when you are a trailblazer, you are not, it's not that it's never been done, but the people that are around you have never done it. The people around you have never seen it happen live in action. And when you are called to be a trailblazer, you are going to be that person, that individual that is going to definitely be the first in your circle, your community, that is going to go forth and go into these uncharted, unsettled, unknowns. And a lot of people are going to, they're going to either encourage you or they're going to try to talk you out of it. Now, in my Inspirational Trailblazers lifestyle group, we are going to be reading the book by Bruce Wilkinson in the month of October called The Dream Giver. And that book is basically, if you are a trailblazer, even if you don't join Inspirational Trailblazers lifestyle group, I encourage you to read that book. Anyone that is called to be a trailblazer needs to read that book. It is called, again, The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson. It is an amazing book. You can literally finish it in like a couple of hours. It's not a big book, but the story is so captivating, and it truly is going to give you the insights as to, one, why you're feeling the way that you do. And when I say why you're feeling, you get this sense of urgency, like, I need to be doing something different. And then it's going to tell you what you're going to start identifying and what's going to end up happening on that path. Now, I read that book while I was in the middle of my journey, and I didn't understand, why did God call me to walk a walk that no one else that I have ever met at that particular time had ever experienced. I didn't know anyone. I read this book in 2016. But I had quit my job in 2015 from a $90,000 job. I quit. I was like, I'm walking out on faith. I am going to follow my dreams. I have purpose. I'm going to live out my purpose. And there was no one else around me that was living like that. There was no one else around me that was walking that walk. I had met one individual, and they were not in my immediate circle. They were someone that kind of just came along the way. But guess what? That book outlines exactly who that person was. And so as I was reading the book, it was like I was reading my life. And I was just like, wow, this is why. This is why. So when I started to hear, you're a trailblazer, you're a trailblazer, you're going to go directions in ways that no one else has ever gone, and they don't even think it's even possible. But when I say to you, it is so possible, and you have to be that example. You have to be the first that people that know you that are going to be able to say, wow, if this person can do it, I know this person. I know what they went through. I know their challenges, their battles. If they were able to do it, then that means that there's something out there that I can also be a trailblazer to do. And that's what I want. I want us to get to this mindset that whatever it is, no matter how afraid you are, no matter how, skeptical it seems like it's impossible. I want to always be that person that's going to encourage you to go after whatever it is, even if no one else around you is doing it, they believe it, or they're encouraging you. I know, because as I have been going through this journey, a lot of people, no one else around me is going on the same journey with me. I am about to embark on a journey in the month of October. I literally start my journey on October 1st. Okay. And when I say to you, it's scary to me. It's not something that other people haven't done. It's not that, it's not that it's something that I can't pick up YouTube, or pick up my phone or my computer and go to YouTube and I can watch other people. The reason why it's even more scary is because there's no one personally in my immediate circle that I can call, that I can sit and have a cup of coffee with and get that insight as to what it is. So this is why you end up being that trailblazer, because you are going to end up being siloed. You're going to be isolated, and it's just going to be you and God is going to say, go ahead. I'm telling you what to do. I'm telling you how to get there. I believe in you. Your ancestors believe in you. How people like to say, they wanted to do it and they didn't do it. Your parents might have wanted to do it and they didn't do it. So you're going to have to be the one that's going to do it. There are certain things that only I can accomplish. And the same way that there's only things that I can accomplish, there's only things that you can accomplish in your life. You have to be the first person in your family, in your friend group, and even your community to do whatever it is that you know that you are called to do. And if it is scary, if it gives you anxiety, if it brings so much fear out of you, then that means that is something that you must really pray about and ask God, one, I won't say ask God, why did you give it to me? Why are you giving me this desire? But I will say you might need to go and ask God, like, God, why? Why are you giving this to me? Why can't you give this to somebody else? Let me just live this simple and easy life. Because you're not meant to live the simple and easy life. Can I get an amen? Oh, if you're here watching the replay, please smash hashtag replay so that I know that you were here with me live on the replay. But you have to realize you are the person that is called to do this. Being a trailblazer is not for the weak. But it doesn't mean that it is impossible. You have to know that whatever it is that is set on your heart, it is possible. I don't know what it is. It could be writing a book. And so even think about something as simple as writing a book. Now, I won't say that it's simple because it's not, right? I've written multiple books. But if you have the dream to write this book, don't you know that someone is going to try to talk you out of it? Because you are the first person in your immediate circle that has ever had the desire to write a book. So in that case, you are considered a trailblazer. It's not that no one else has written a book, because we can go to Barnes and Nobles, we can still log into Amazon. We see books on top of books. There are millions of books. Right now, there are probably a couple of thousand of books being published to Amazon today. So you are not the first person. But what ends up happening is that you are the first person in your community that is taking this path, that is blazing this path into the unknown of writing a book. That's what it really means. It does not mean that you are the only one. But when you sit around and you are talking to the people that you love the most, and you're telling them these crazy ideas, they're going to look at you like you are insane. I know. Do you know how many times I know my family thought I was crazy? Like, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to go out and do this? Because I know that it is something that is burning on the inside of me that I have to live through. I have to do it. And I can't stay in my comfort zone. See, when you are a trailblazer, staying in your comfort zone is not going to work. You can't stay there. That's why that burn and desire, that's why you're trying to blaze through this uncharted, unknown wilderness, unsettled world and path, because you are no longer feeling comfortable in the comfort zone. That's why trailblazers start to think different. They start to get up in the middle of the night and they're writing down their ideas. They're online. They're researching to find out, are there other people out here that have done it? Have someone else gone out here, and can I lean on someone? Can I glean on someone to get some ideas as to how do I do this? I do believe that is why God needed social media to happen, because see, before social media, you pretty much, unless you just got on the bus, if you had the money for a plane or a train ticket, you had to get up and you didn't know where you were going. See, I kind of like that idea, because that's where you truly have to just believe God and know that God is going to take you through that journey. But the beautiful part about social media that I do like is that I can type in whatever it is that I'm thinking about, or whatever it is that I'm feeling. I can find a community, and you can get lost in how those people, they can share with you how they have done it, what they went through, right? And that is something that I think we need more of. That's why I did want to start back my lifestyle coaching group, because I wanted people to have a place where they don't feel judged by sharing their ideas, by sharing their dreams, because a lot of those trailblazers, they're sharing it with the wrong people that are going to discourage them, and they're going to help them to get away from this crazy idea, this crazy dream. No one does that. Why do you feel that you are special? Someone said that to me a couple of weeks ago. I made a mistake and I shared what I'm about to do. And I shared it with someone who wasn't dreaming big like me. And when I shared that with them, they said, well, why do you think you're so special that you can do that? And I said, do you know what's the sad part is? That you don't feel that you're special enough, that whatever it is that you truly want to do, that you can do. So instead of even just saying, wow, that's amazing, even if they didn't feel that way, you felt the need, as Jay-Z liked to say, you want to project your negativity. You want to project your impossible onto me. You're not going to project your impossible onto me. I am going to continue to believe that this is possible. Why? Because I've seen other people, they might not be my friends, they might not be my family, but I can go online and I can sit on YouTube and I can watch other people that are doing the same exact thing that I am about to do. So this is the why I know it is possible. I'm just going to be the first person in my immediate circle that's going to do these things. But there are others out there, millions of people out there doing the impossible. There are so many trailblazers out here that are doing the impossible. And that gave me the motivation and encouragement of knowing that this is possible. Like, well, Day, is this something that I can possibly do? I'm here to tell you, you can. Don't allow the dream killers, the naysayers, the people that don't want to believe in themselves talk you out of your destiny. Don't allow them to talk you off that path that God has placed you on. God placed you on that path. God gave you that dream. God gave you something that seemed too big and too impossible. This is what he does. Think about Noah. Think about Noah. Noah was told to build this boat about a storm that no one ever knew. There's no storm. Why are you building this boat? What are you doing? Can you imagine the amount of naysayers that were sitting around? And here he was blazing the trails, building this huge boat because he was given a dream. He was given instructions. He was told what to do. And everyone was sitting around looking at him like, why would you do that? You a fool. Can you imagine? This is what trailblazers have to deal with. This is why you got to be so strong in your faith. You got to understand that if God told me this, I got to believe that God told me this. God told me this. It sounds crazy because the people over here that I truly love and adore, they're telling me that I'm bugging. They're telling me that God wouldn't tell me to do something like this. But I know and believe that God is telling me to do this. Can I get an amen? You have to realize that's the beautiful part about God. God doesn't care how humans feel. He doesn't care. God does not care. God is like, look, I need this to happen for a reason. I don't know why, right? So what I'm about to do, and I have not shared this publicly. So on Saturday morning, I am backing up my car and I'm driving down south. Now, some of you are probably like, well, that's nothing unusual. And it's not. The reason why I know it's not unusual because I have met a lot of other people that have done it. I actually know people that have gotten in their car and they just have gone. But people in my circle, my community, they don't do that. Earlier in 2021, I asked God very clearly for certain things. I asked him, I need remote jobs that will allow me to travel. Because there are some remote positions, they don't want you to go anywhere. They want you to stay in your house. They don't even want you to go working in a coffee shop, okay? I didn't want that kind of job. So I definitely prayed against those kind of opportunities. And I said, God, I want the opportunity that's going to allow me to take my laptop, pack a bag, and go somewhere. And be able to stay there, not for just a day, a few days, a week. I want to be able to explore and be connected to a new environment. An environment that I don't know about. An environment that is not my usual daily environment. The reason being is that some of us are only accustomed to where we live. And I don't know about y'all. I'm over New York City. I love New York City, but baby, I am over it. overit.com. Okay. However, I understand that, there are going to be assignments that I'm going to have to accomplish in New York City, but there's other places that I am needed. So that's as far as I will tell you. I won't go into like where am I going. I will share more of that as I am in that journey. But it took me a very long time. Like I have been wanting to stay in other cities and even countries for at least a month. And I have not been able to do it yet. But I am in pursuit of that. I am in preparation for that lifestyle. And it is definitely something that I never envisioned, but I always wanted. I have journals where I have written this down, where I have been able to, like my perfect day, my perfect Monday, right? And my perfect Monday, I have been able to write these things down. And this was a part of it. And I'm finally, the first time that I ever thought about this was 2015. 2015, and it's now 2022. But that's because I was surrounding myself with a lot of the impossibles. And the impossibles were telling me that's not possible. You can't do that. We don't do that. That's not how we move in life. But because I know that I am a trailblazer and I have seen other people do very similar things, if not bigger things, I know that it is possible. So I want to encourage you that whatever it is that you are thinking about doing, do it. Do it. Everything that you need in order to do it, ask God and do it. He is going to give you the resources. He's going to give you everything that you need so that you can do it. Like I said, in preparation, I needed certain things and I have been asking for these things since 2021. And I have received those things. And I said, all right, God, if you allow me, I will do it. I have talked myself out of this for over a year because I had the ability to do this for the last year. And then life happens. And then when that situation was resolved, I could have went immediately after that, and I allowed life to stop and to get in the way and to allow doubt. And I said, all right, God, I am not going to keep allowing these things to stop me from being the person that you have called me to be. I'm not. So, like I said, I will update you all more in the month of October. But I am looking forward to the impossible becoming possible, living out those dreams that I have written and dreamt about since 2015. Like I remember sitting in the corner of my living room, looking at the corner right now. I had my other living room set, and I remember just sitting out and looking at the sun, and writing about this is what my perfect Monday will look like. And I cannot wait for that to become my reality. I cannot wait to take that path that no one around me has ever taken. I don't mind being the first, but I know that I won't be the last. So if you are looking to be a part of a community, yes, you definitely can. You can join me at Inspirational Trailblazers. You can go to, it's on Patreon. It is $7 a month. That is a community where we will have monthly virtual meetups. You will receive God-inspired messages just for that community. We will do a lot more there. I will be pouring more into, especially as I go through this journey, that group will be able to experience that with me. I will say, if you have not, you can still register for values, live your values every day. So look at this. Okay, you can still register for that. Live Your Values Everyday Masterclass. It is going to be this Thursday. It's going to be a phenomenal, powerful message that is going to give you the tools and instructions that you need so that you can start to live. One, identify what your values are, right? A lot of people don't know what their values are. And to be able to start to guide yourself towards your best and truest self. And when you know your values, that's how that's going to start that process. So I definitely hope that you do decide to join me. And if not, not a problem. But if you are looking for that community, Inspirational Trailblazers is now open. Patreon.com/Tanisha Shanae. I will see you all next Monday for another God inspired inspirational message. And stay tuned because it is definitely going to be amazing. Okay? You do not want to miss that message on Monday. Have a good one. Be great. Be blessed. I love you guys.